We're out at Red River Gorge today, and what we're going to be looking to do is more of a kind of an area scout. I'm going on a trail that I don't usually go on. I've been on parts of it, but not this particular loop. So there's no guarantee we're going to find a photo today. But, you know, part of the process is you got to go out to places, you got to see them. You can't just rely on, oh, this area, right? Red River Gorge is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of Red River Gorge. So, you know, nothing beats personal experience. So every once in a while you got to go out, you got to scout out trails for yourself, and that's the point of this particular hike. It's not necessarily to get photos, but to scout out potential locations. Of course, every once in a while you find odd little things like, you know, a 6-mile hike to get to a location where it'd be great for portraits, but try getting a portrait subject out there. I mean, I suppose there are people out there, but, you know, it might be a little bit difficult to always use every location to the best of its ability. Okay, so I feel that it's important to mention that the best landscape photography conditions aren't the best hiking conditions, right? Hiking conditions, you prefer something kind of cool and dry. And in landscape photography, you want things like, you know, fog, mist, you know, you want clouds in the sky. So, you know, there's always kind of a potential for rain, whether or not that actually happens. And today is unfortunately not a good day for hiking, and really not a good day for landscape photography either. But it is decent for scouting, because the key with scouting, with photography, or really anything in mind, is the potential of the area, right? So there is the ability to see what could be there, right? You may see a particular waterfall that has, damn bug, that has almost no water flowing through it on a day like today because it's been relatively dry. There's been some storms, but usually when you have like one big storm, it's been a couple of days, it's been unusually hot, you don't tend to get too many full waterfalls. But yeah, that's the point of scouting, is to see the potential for the area, not what the area actually is currently. So maybe coming out today wasn't exactly the best idea. As I get lower into the valley, it keeps getting more and more humid. You might be able, in the background, to hear the creek, which means I'm almost at the bottom, or should be. And then, of course, I have to go back up. That's the beauty of a loop trail. Any elevation that you descend, you must ascend later. But yeah, it's really hot, it's really humid. I'm sweating up a storm. I haven't seen anything really great so far. I mean, no reason to like come back to the trail, you know what I'm saying? So, this may have been a bust. I know what I just said, but I may have found an actual interesting location here. Hey, let's show you. Okay, so as you can see, you've got kind of these fallen trees that kind of crisscross here. I don't think from this vantage point is necessarily where the best photograph is going to be, but then you've got, you know, the kind of sheer cliff with the exposed rock. and I think tonally it'll be very interesting. It might be a black and white image, but we'll have to go take the photo to find out. Okay, so I think this area does have a little bit of potential. There's a small waterfall. And when I say small, I mean 6 inches at most. And then there's this really nice, one of the lying logs kind of is going up right now, and I think if I shoot low and shoot up, now it's into the sun, which is a problem, but I think it'll work. Now we're going to move to the small waterfall, which has gotten illuminated slightly different while we've been taking the other photo. So let's go over here and take a look at it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep the camera kind of low. In this case, we're not doing it low so that we can shoot up, we're doing it so that we can shoot level. Okay, so for this shot, obviously it's a little waterfall, so what we want to do is we want to have a longer exposure to smooth it out, right? So what I've done is I put my 6-stop ND filter on, and so we're getting about a 20-second exposure. So let's go ahead and take it, and then we'll see the results. I might want to come back here when there's more water, you know, after it's been raining. I don't think I know how to get here from a different path, and I think actually taking that path might actually be less effort, which, you know, when you're carrying around all your photo gear, right, you got a tripod, you got your camera, you got your lenses, and especially when you're carrying all that, plus a vlogging camera, you kind of want to minimize the amount of effort you have to put in, because personally, when I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I end up at a place, it could be the most beautiful thing, but there's part of me that's just like, I have no energy, I have no will to go around trying to hunt for a composition. So, you know, that's kind of what these scouting trips are for. Find a location. Now that you know where the location is, find an easy way to get to the location. Sometimes easier said than done. And yeah, so I would consider this scouting worth it as of right now. Even if it's a terrible, terrible, terrible hike back, it's worth it because I found a new location that I like. Okay, so almost done with the trail. Good time to wrap up and draw some conclusions. So overall, I think it was a successful scouting hike. I'm not angry that I went out, not disappointed. Tired. Trail kind of kicked my ass today. Then again, I haven't been hiking as much as I used to. So, I mean, on top of the fact that I am already out of shape, I am even more out of shape. But, you know, I'm not disappointed that I came out, so that's good. I found one new location that I kind of like. I got a couple of compositions. Nothing I'm super happy with, nothing that I'd say probably is going to end up in my portfolio, but we're going to edit them, and you've already seen how they look. Hopefully they look very nice. And of course, If they don't look nice, I'm just not going to put them in the video. But hopefully we have at least 2 good compositions from this hike. So yeah, I guess see you next time.